name is Felicia Morgan and welcome to my channel. So today we are closing out the month with our woman of the month. And as I was preparing, the woman that just kept coming to mind was Hannah. If you don't know about Hannah, you can find her story in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 1 to chapter 2 verse 11. So Hannah is the story of what to do when it seems that God is not answering your prayers. It's not necessary that he said no, but it's not yet. So just a brief overview of Hannah's story. She is married to Elkanah, who is also married to a woman named Peninnah. And Peninnah has children, has blessed Elkanah, but Hannah is childless. She's barren. And so every year that they go to worship, she asks God to bless her with a child. And year after year that this happens, she returns with no child. Until one day, the priest Eli sees her. He says, God bless you. Be on your way. May God grant you what you asked for. And within the next year, she has a child who is Samuel, which is how we get the book of Samuel. She gives birth to Samuel. The first takeaway is that Hannah was completely vulnerable. She laid it all out on the line. She left nothing back. She just poured it all out on the altar. So much so that in verse 16, Eli thinks that she is drunk. The priest Eli thinks she is drunk. And she tells him, no, I've just been praying from the depths of my anguish and my resentment. That is deep. In my own life, I know how powerful it is that when you are just open, you lay it all out on the line, you tell God everything that you feel, even though he knows everything. You're so much more open to receive from God. You can hear clearly because it no longer is about, let me give you this cookie cutter prayer. Let me give you this prayer I know you want to hear, but it's out of what you feel. It's out of your heart. It's out of like what's really going on. And God can do so much more with that because you're able to hear more. You're able to get more clarity because it's no longer about what you want, because you're like, I'm at the end of my rope and the only way I'm going to make it is with your strength. So show me what to do. And he can work with that a lot more than you feeling like you're in control and having these pretty cookie cutter prayers. That's why I don't know who keeps asking Sierra for this prayer that she prayed, but there's no one prayer that everybody can pray and it's going to get the same result. You have to have your own relationship with God, and then you'll know exactly what it is you need to say and how you need to approach him, and he's going to understand you and know how to respond based on how open you are to what he has to do. The next thing that makes Hannah so powerful is her persistence. She was persistent. It says that year after year after year, she was being taunted, she was being harassed, she still showed up childless, and no matter what it looked like, she showed up expecting God to answer her prayers. So I don't know what it is that you were going through, but remember to be persistent. Remember to keep asking God. Remember to keep showing up with expectation and knowing that he's going to show up on his promise and what he said he's going to bless you with. Don't give up. Don't pay attention don't pay attention to what your surroundings look like, but pay attention to what is happening in the spirit. And remember that you have to see with your spiritual eyes and not just your natural eyes, and be persistent in what you are praying for. Now, lastly, what was so powerful about Hannah's story is at the end, when she gets her child, she gives birth to Samuel, she keeps her promise and she honors God by giving Samuel back to him. How many times do we have our face on the ground asking God, please help me out of this situation, please give me this, give me that, help me, Lord. And then once we get that thing, we don't have that same energy that we had when we were going through. But as soon as we get blessed, as soon as we get the thing, whatever we were asking for happens, all of a sudden our relationship with God changes. But Hannah says, no, you honored me, you gave me what I asked for, and now I'm going to give him back to you and honor you because I love you, God, more than I love the gift. And that is an attitude that we all can keep. That is an attitude we all can practice, because we all at one point in time, we get focused on the thing that, again, we don't keep that same energy. But you want to keep a posture of praise. You want to keep a posture of worship. And remember that our focus should be more so on God than it is on the thing or him helping us out of a situation. But remember, your focus is on God. All right, you guys, that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Those were my 3 takeaways from Hannah in the book of 1 Samuel. Again, you can find her specific story in the book of 1 Samuel in chapters 1 and 2. Now, before you go, I would love to hear from you in the comments about what stood out to you from her story. What inspired you? What encouraged you in your faith walk? What stood out to you as you read about Hannah? I would love to hear about it. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe. That way you can get notifications on the next videos that drop, because I got some new stuff coming for y'all. And if there's anybody that you thought about as you were watching this video, as you were enjoying it, please go ahead and share it with them. Let's not be selfish, okay? Go ahead and share it with your sister so that she can be inspired as well. All right, y'all. That's what I got for you, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.